commentary.
I think we're all a little tired right now. We are.
Nah, I'm him. That was a great plug.
That was, you know what?
That's cool. Hey Kyle, you should join us on commentary. No response. Okay. Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem. Towa. Good player.
Chironi. Also a good player, I hope. I think.
Anime.
This is awful. So, luckily for us, I've experimented / play both of these characters. That was a fantastic back air. That's Corrin has just one of those back airs. There are a certain, like, a lot of sword characters that kind of have those like really long, disjointed, fast back airs, and Corrin is definitely one of those. Definitely not to the same echelon of like Cloud's back air, of course, but it is still a very notable part of their kit that you have to be aware of when you're trying to get back on this stage, whether you're off stage or at ledge.
And another thing to note here too is Chironi actually is playing super well today to make it this far, getting upsets over Lugia and BPM. Very strong players coming into this. So, you know, he got that first stock taken a little bit early, but all things considered, is keeping up the pace with a really strong PR level player for sure.
Yeah, good spacing on the pin though. Very.
Towa is just him. Towa is just him.
That is true. I like how Towa is. I like Towa's thought process for throwing out moves. Like after that one up tilt hit, Towa was like, I'm not gonna follow up on this because nothing after that was true. At least I don't think it is, or it was. Oh, that F tilt still not good.
You know what? You know what? You got it. You got it, bro.
You didn't get 3 stock. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, that was a very strong performance from Towa. Realistically speaking, it's a pretty good stage for Corrin. Of course, PS2 is a lot of people's first stage that they want to kind of bring things to.
Yeah.
But it is kind of something to consider that because of the platform height, it's just kind of at that perfect height where pin can cover all of the options even grounded, and it definitely throws people's timing off a little bit. And Chironi gets a little bit started here.
Ooh, not getting. It is always kind of like a guessing game with Byleth up B, like which way your opponent is going to DI. Because if you guess right, you can get some really nasty combos. Like if they DI like in or something, I know you can get some kills at really early percent with like with Sour Spot down air, because that's the one that doesn't spike, right? So it just goes off the top, and you're already really high on the screen.
Yeah, and what's really nice about that too is that at mid percents, below 45, so like 35 to 45, there's always a follow-up, and if you guess right, they probably die. That's the interesting kind of thing about Byleth's up B there.
Yeah, and then you kind of get to replicate those same scenarios at higher percents when they start like actually bouncing off the stage. Because you can kind of follow which way they get sent. I know we've seen like Leo do that a lot. You know, when he played Byleth.
Yep, Leo. Definitely seen B do it.
Yeah. Good F smash. I guess good spacing on the F smash, I should say.
And I also love the dedication to these characters. These characters are both considered like high-tier characters, but they're not super common in the meta. So it's very interesting to kind of see this sort of spacing ditto. Because that's really what it's all about, is like baiting out options. Because you're not going to outrange your opponent. You can't rely on that in this matchup as either character.
Yeah. And I feel like that's gonna kind of be an issue for Chironi, because Byleth as a character can tend to struggle with approaching sometimes. You kind of just have to like run forward and like just throw out a bunch of fairs. Just hope one of them hits. That's an over exaggeration of like how it actually is, but
one tool in the box that Chironi isn't really taking too much advantage of either is he's not really short hopping that much to kind of like bait out with fairs or like threaten with fairs. He's staying very grounded, but the issue as far as that goes is that Byleth doesn't really have a good grounded option that kills. He's kind of got forward tilt at ledge, which ends up killing here, but yeah, his biggest struggle thus far has been taking the stock off of Towa. It'll start out even, and then just Towa is able to get those reads and put him in the blender at ledge.
Yeah, Corrin F smash, always one of those moves you gotta watch out for, as well as back air. Sable making a guest appearance.
Appearance, yes. He said I didn't get enough screen time. Put me back in, coach.
Bam.
Yeah, but Chironi.
Ooh.
Oh, come on.
That's another character I play.
Come on. Do it for the one time. That's also not a super common character. So.
Byleth does better into Corrin anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
I would not support the Isabel decision. It's not like a bad matchup for Isabel.
I believe. I have faith.
I mean, I somewhat famously, not famously at all, I say Isabel is like a lot better than other people say she is. Like, people say she's like bottom tier, low tier. I think she's mid tier.
Yeah, the problem with Isabel is that she's always going to get compared to Villager. Just because.
Yeah.
So it's always like, well, Villager is like low mid tier, so Isabel must be like worse than Villager. But I don't know, she's got some stuff in her own right.
Listen, if I, by extension, have to advocate for Villager being mid tier, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I think they got good stuff to make it. But
I mean, honestly, every character is mid tier.
Going back to the characters on the screen, this game kind of going the same way for Chironi as the past two.
Oh, yeah, and that air dodge will take it. The 0 to death, I believe.
Because, like, Corrin is at kill percent here, like, at least for Byleth. But, and finally getting that guess on the, where it wasn't really a guess, because it was pretty much a guaranteed kill at that point. I do like the position on that up, because either you hold out and then you die because you get spiked, or you hold in to not get spiked and get hit.
Oh, okay. Well, Chironi is just right back in it after that edge guard. 8 is jump. Sure. Yeah.
My favorite move in all the video games. My favorite edge guarding technique. Intimidation.
Intimidation. It was super effective.
Very effective use. Intimidate is also a good thing in Pokemon too, to get the ability. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Weren't we going to start talking about the characters on screen at some point? Oh, I like the downer attempt, but Towa DI'd up and in again. You gotta up air those.
That might have actually killed. I'm not, probably not, but depending on how Towa DI's it.
Oh, I like the down smash sort of attempt there. Chironi